what Invest for Kids is and what we do, and then what
Yes.
they can expect from our consultation.
And this is the reason why parents come to us who want to invest for their children.
Do you want to invest now? Do you want to do a monthly payment? And all these things.
We want the customers to have first the consultation and then decide to work with us. Hello and welcome to a very special episode of our podcast today. Because as you noticed already, we are talking today in English because we want to address also our English-speaking customers right there. And this is the reason why we do a podcast today in English. Yeah, and I'm really excited because I have also Rebecca today with me, and Rebecca is also the first time on the seat because in other cases, Rebecca, you are always behind the camera and managing all the cuts and the production of the podcast. But today you're here in person. I'm really pleasant. So please introduce yourself.
Thank you for having me on the podcast. My name is Rebecca. I am the marketing team lead at Invest for Kids. And as you said, I usually do everything surrounding the podcast, YouTube, and our website here. So, Torben, why are we doing an episode in English today?
Okay, so let's go into it. Why are we doing the episode in English? Yeah, because we noticed some really special situation because we have also a lot of customers speaking English, and they coming to us because, or they come to us because they see our German ads, and then they contact us if we also can do consultation in English. And for this case, we want to change a little thing right there because we know that a lot of people which are coming to us mostly can at least read a little bit of German, because if nobody could read German, they wouldn't contact us for the kids investment. And they also, of course, want to invest in Germany for their children. And this is the reason why people coming to us which are speaking English.
So who are these people that are coming to us? Because you said they want to invest in Germany. They are mostly non-Germans, I guess?
Yes, definitely. These are all the people who are coming to Germany for work, for studying, for example. And if they have children, of course, they mostly know already that investment is a good thing. They, and in a few cases, they are also already investing in their home country, but they still want to invest in Germany too. And this is the reason why they're contacting us in the end, because they know investment is a good thing. They just mostly don't know, or they know how investment works, but they don't know exactly how it works in Germany. And this is the reason why they're coming to us. And also regarding the tax system, for example, it's really, really difficult in Germany, especially for foreigners in this situation. And this is a really, really big reason why they're coming to us.
So for all these people, do we kind of want to start in the beginning and explain to them in English what Invest for Kids is and what we do, and then what
Yes.
they can expect from our consultation?
That's true.
Okay, so what are we? What do we do?
Yeah, so I think you noticed it already, but of course we are consulting people for their kids investments. So when parents want to invest money for their children, so that they can have an easier start in their life later, and this is the reason why parents come to us who want to invest for their children.
And what can Invest for Kids offer these people, especially maybe people that are not already in Germany?
Yeah.
Or from Germany?
The first thing is how to find a consultant in Germany who is on a certain level in English and is also within the topic you want to talk about. In our case, like the kids investment. Yeah. So these are some really strict things which should be there so that we can do a consultation. Yeah. And this is the step number one. Step number two is then, of course, that we will help you regarding the kids investment from start to end. So we don't just start on kids investment. We also inform you, as I said already before, about the tax system, how we can pay as less taxes as possible for the investments. And what's also important is that we also give hints on the way of the investment. So when are there good situations to do, for example, additional one-time investments and stuff like this. So this is really, really important that we take a big concern over these topics.
I think it's also because you said earlier a lot of the people already speak German because they see our ads and they know what we are about. But I think when they're really specific topics, feel just more comfortable when you speak in English.
Definitely.
Especially when it's things like, do you want to invest now? Do you want to do a monthly payment? And all these things.
Definitely.
So one of the other questions that we get asked a lot, is it completely free? And do we do it here in Kiel? Or if people just came here, they might not be in Kiel?
Yes, the consultation is definitely 100% free. And this is also really important for our customers because we want the customers to have first the consultation and then decide to work with us. Of course, when you start wanting to work with us, there are fees, of course. We have to make some money too, of course. I think it's clear. Yeah, but the consultation itself is completely free until this point. Yeah, and the next point is also about... what was the next point about?
If it's completely online or offline in Kiel.
It depends. Yeah, we can have both of the situations, but as I would say, 99% of the meetings are online. But because it's much more comfortable also for the parents. I mean, they are parents, so they have a lot of stuff to do, of course. And to come to Kiel for a consultation is mostly really, really time consuming. And this is the reason why we also make, like I said, 99% of the appointments are online. But of course, if they want to, everyone is also welcome here in our office. We can also do the consultation, of course, in our office.
So now that they signed up and they can do it online and book their appointment, what can they expect from the consultation? So you said you will look at their situation, but
yes.
What else do you talk about or can you give them?
Okay, so first of all, I need to make, as a consultant, I need to get an idea, like, what do you want? Yeah, so what is your exact situation at the moment? Yeah, are you staying in Germany for a certain amount of time, or did you move to Germany completely with the will to stay in Germany forever, for example? We have to discuss, of course, a few questions, and after that, I can give you tips how, like, things with investment work out. Yeah, for example, like, what happens if I move back to my original country? What if I move back but my children stay here, or the other way around? I mean, there are a lot of situations which needs to be discussed right there, and this is the first thing I need to know from the people in the end, so that I can give like good tips for them. The second part is then that we go right into the investment, like how it works, for example, with a short also calculation for the kids' investment, how the investment could evolve over the time, which situations could occur over the time. So these are all, these are all like situations we need to discuss also in the consultation. Yeah, and of course then we also inform over the tax situation regarding the investment, so that we can make use of a few tax-free limits right there, for example, so that we can or let me say, in most of the cases, we can make the investment completely tax-free. Yeah, and this is also what people want to know, how it works in Germany, and this is the reason why they come to us. Yeah, and in the end, if you like the way we work, and if you like the system what we build, of course, you can start the investment with us right then on the point, and yeah, this is then the last part.
So in your experience, you would say it's definitely worth it to come to Invest for Kids and get a consultation, even if you're a non-German citizen. It works exactly.
It doesn't have something to do if you're a German citizen or not in the end. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, what matters is that you live in Germany, that you have an address in Germany. This is for the start of the investment, this is important.
Okay, but afterwards, like if your kid, for example, wanted to take over the investment and then explore the world, that's what some parents invest for. That's also possible.
Yeah, definitely possible. And of course, it's, as I mentioned, it's just important for the start of the investment. Yeah, so even if you go back to your original country, for example, you can still continue the investment in the end, or you just pay out in the end and take the money with you. Everything's possible, completely flexible.
So now you explained what the consultation is all about. So how does it work after they sign up? What are like the next steps? Okay,
maybe I would just start with the sign up. For example, they can also on the podcast, they will find a link where they can sign up, for example, but also on our Instagram, on the website, there are a lot of possibilities where they can sign in, of course. And after they sign in, it will take a little bit of time, and then they will get called by our setting team. Yeah, so you have a first phone call where there are some starting questions. And after the phone call, they make up an appointment with a consultant right there. And then there is the consultation mostly via Zoom meeting in the end. And then you have the consultation with the consultant, and that's it actually.
And then everything happens what you just explained in the episode.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you so much for your input. I hope that answered all of the questions. If not, they can always send us links over our Instagram, and we also have our website in English now for everything that we just explained as well.
Okay, yes, that's definitely true. So feel free to contact us. Of course, you can always also write us on our socials, for example, if you have questions before the consultation. But I would suggest you just sign in, and then we can make everything happen in the consultation itself. So thank you very much for listening today to our first English-speaking episode. And thank you, of course, Rebecca, too, for joining me today in this really, really special episode. And I hope you also listening to our German episodes right there. And I'm really looking forward to meet you also in our consultation. And until then, have a nice day and bye-bye.
Perfect.